Welcome to the Warriors of the Promised Land game tutorial. As you'll see when you open the box, there are two kinds of cards, warrior cards and armory cards. The goal of the game is to choose a warrior and then arm him with the best secondary cards you can in order to beat your opponents. Shuffle each deck separately, and then divide all warrior cards evenly among the players. Now do the same with the armory cards. Each player should then have a warrior deck and an armory deck. Before we get started, let's examine the cards. The warrior cards feature a name and a description of the character at the heading. This dot indicates a righteous warrior, yellow, or a wicked warrior, red. These icons tell you something about the warrior and determine which cards can be played together. I'll explain that in just a minute. This section gives you a list of bonus options or special abilities. Remember that the ultimate purpose of this game is to help you to get to know the people in the Book of Mormon, so don't overlook the short biography and scripture reference found here. The armory cards are laid out similarly. Decide how many rounds you want to play. 3 to 5 is common. Before we start the first round, look through all your warrior cards and armory cards and make a plan for your best combinations. Choose a warrior that would be best to play depending on what support cards you have. When everyone is ready, the youngest player lays down his warrior card and gives his name like a monster truck rally announcer. Amulek, powerful missionary. You get the idea. Moving clockwise, each player does the same. Coriantumr, Jaredite king. King Benjamin, Nephite prophet king. Then, one at a time, a secondary card is laid face down by each player. Then, another. At this point, any player can begin the combat portion of the round by saying, "Call to battle." Since no one did, another secondary card is laid. Call to battle! There it is. The other players are allowed to lay their cards, but now the combat portion begins. Before we proceed, we need to talk about what cards a person might want to play. Let's take a look at how that works. After you choose your warrior or primary card, choose other cards that share at least one icon with any of the warrior cards you play. Yellow dots can be used for any righteous warrior or red for wicked. Also, look for cards that will give you bonuses. Let's see how we did in our sample round and count the points. Here is what we chose. Each warrior card is only worth 1 point, and then the faith card is worth 3. But now let's look at the bonuses. Amulek gets 2 points because we've played a conversion card, and another 4 points for playing the Alma the Younger card. That's 7 points on the primary card alone. But in this set, we've chosen to use a warrior card as one of our secondary cards. In this case, there are a few advantages. Although only worth 1 point initially, add 2 points and 3 points for the bonuses. Also, we've expanded the number of icons, allowing us more opportunities to play a card we might take from our opponents with the conversion card. For example, let's say we chose to capture a javelin card. You normally wouldn't have been able to add it to the cards in play. No matching icon. But because you have another warrior card with matching icons, you can play it, adding another 2 points to your score. Now let's see how this would look in a real battle. Because we called the battle, we can choose which opponent we want to play. Let's choose the guy to our left. He was playing Coriantumr. Now, normally you can play with the cards facing this way, but for training purposes, let's flip the cards around. All right, so 1 point per each card. Now, the cards are flipped over turn by turn at this point. So, because I called the battle, I challenged, I get to flip over my card first. We already know it's a conversion card. At this point, I can choose to use it on any secondary card, but because I can only use this card once, I want to be careful. So I'm going to wait. Now, the card itself isn't worth anything, but like the bonuses we talked about, we get an extra 2 points because it has a bonus with Amulek. Our opponent has turned over his first card. It is Wickedness. That's 3 points. But there is a bonus with Coriantumr. There are different kinds of Wickedness cards. This one, Wickedness Pride, is specific to the bonus that Coriantumr gets. So that's an additional 2 points. All right, now it's our turn. We turn over our next card, Alma the Younger. Well, now the bonuses rack up. We have 2 points, then 3 points, plus an extra bonus with Amulek. That's another 4 points. We're doing very well. Now it's our opponent's turn. He flips over his next card. Okay, now we've got a problem. The escape card could really throw a wrench in our plans. But it looks like our opponent wants to wait to see what our last card is before he plays it. So he doesn't use it just yet, and that can work to our advantage. So now it's our turn. We flip over our last card. 3 points. This brings our total to 16. But now I have to make a decision. This is the last chance I get to use the conversion card. Once the turn goes back to my opponent and he flips over the last card, I can't use it anymore. So what happens if I don't use it? If I don't use it and he flips over his last card, let's say it's the Javelin, he gets 2 more points. But now he can use his escape card to disable Alma the Younger. And with that, we don't get any of the bonuses associated with it. And our points drop down to 6, and we lose. So, we can't let that happen. Whatever that last card is, we've got to take a chance and use the conversion card. We only get to use it once, but this is the time we're going to use it. So, before we give up our turn, we use the conversion card to take our opponent's escape card and add it to our forces. With that, we can use it immediately, and I disable the Wickedness card, and that gets rid of all the bonuses. Last card is revealed, it's Javelin, but 2 points will not save the loss of those bonuses, and we win. Now we can take our opponent's cards, and we put them in their own pile. This is now our score. We have 3 points because we have captured 3 cards. All right, let's take on our remaining opponent, King Benjamin. For training purposes, we're going to flip our secondary cards face down again. I know all the players know what they are, but it can be easy to forget that we still need to play them sequentially, card by card. Flipping them over will help us remember. Like before, for our convenience in this video, we will rotate our opponent's cards. And here we go. We reveal our first card, conversion card. Now, we can't use it anymore. We've already used it. However, it still gives us our bonus points. King Benjamin reveals his first card, and it's the Sword of Laban, which by itself has 2 points, but there is a bonus with King Benjamin adding another 2 points. We reveal Alma the Younger. We start to rack up our bonus points again. Okay. King Benjamin has just revealed a conversion card, and we're going to be in trouble because he chooses to use it right away. In so doing, he takes the card that we know is the escape card, and he can use it. We reveal our last card. It brings our total up to 16. Last card is revealed. King Benjamin has a Faithful Women card that doubles all of his points, which brings him up to 10. And now he can use the escape card and disable one of our cards. And guess which one? Of course, it will be Alma the Younger. It drops us down to 6 points, and King Benjamin wins. So now, all of those cards, including the cards that were just played, are put in a pile and are put with our opponent to the right. So the score ends up like this. We have 3 points because we captured 3 cards. Our opponent to our right has captured 9 cards. These include his own cards that he played. And the one on the left has got 0 points, captured no cards. But that's only round 1. So let's get ready for round 2. We look through all of our warrior cards and our armory cards, and we find an even better combination to play against our opponents. So that's how to play Warriors of the Promised Land. There are 34 different armory cards and 61 warriors. Take the time to get to know them all. In an upcoming video, we will examine some alternate versions of the gameplay and talk in more detail about some of the card combinations. But for now, dig into your decks and prepare for battle.